So a couple people have asked in the comments about the website that I use for tracking nutrition. So I just want to do a quick video and share that website with you. It is called Cronometer.com, and I'm obviously already logged in. There are a couple other websites that are similar to this. For whatever reason, this one works for my brain, and I like this one. It's very simple to use. And first, let me just go back. A lot of people use some kind of thing like lighter gear, or this is lighter pack, not lighter gear. I forgot the other one, but this is lighter pack, where they'll go in and you can put in all the weights of your things, and it really helps you, refine what you're putting in your pack and your weight. And you get the little chart at the top that tells you this is consumables, clothes, pack. It shows you how your weight is distributed. You can go down and do the price, the weight, and breaks it all up. And a lot of people live with these sort of sites, and they find them so helpful. And I think, again, the next natural progression would be, why not do the same thing with your food? Especially if you're an ultralight backpacker. In many cases, your food is 3 times the weight of your gear on, say like a 4 or 5 night trip. And so I know this is not the one that's up here right now, is just something I'm fooling around with. But I know on an upcoming 5-day trip, my my base weight with water bottles and all that sort of stuff, I include a little bit more, is around 7 pounds, I think it was. And as soon as I throw in the food and water and everything else, I'm up to like 16. For the first day when you're walking out into the woods before you eat anything. And so, again, I think food is such a large percentage of the weight that you carry on your back. Why not track that too and make sure that you're getting, the most bang for the buck, as they say, out of the food that you're putting in your back. So, Cronometer is the website that I use. It's made more for like a food diary. So it's not made to put in like, one meal and then kind of keep tweaking it and stuff. So the only annoying thing that I find is that when you do open it up, it opens up to the current day. So obviously today is March 19th. And so I just have to go back, and most of my meals are in January. And to tell you the truth, I need to put like a sticky around my desk so I can remember somewhere. So on January 4th, so this is if I was needed to take a lot of calories, as you can see, that is a lot of calories. And then the next day that I have here is, and it's when I actually pack this all up, it ends up being about a 3,000 calorie meal. So I have one for 4,000 calorie, 3,000 calorie. This one here is just for a single chia pudding. And this one here is just for a single dinner that I've been kind of tweaking. So on here, all the ingredients for like that chia pudding, excuse me, and the other meal are within this big list. But for some of the meals, I've put them on separate days just to kind of tease them out and mess around with things to see how it goes. So the way that it works, let me find a blank day here. The way that it works is you simply click add food. And let's say you really love, I don't know, beets. You're going to bring a big old raw beet with you. So obviously you can put up, whatever kind of measurement you want to put. So if you're going to bring 1 cup of raw beets, it gives you the calories right up front. It gives you the percentage for your protein, your carbs, and your fat. And then again, I think a lot of people kind of stop right here, and they just take a look at the amount of protein, they look at the amount of carbs, the amount of fat, and then done. And I think what people should be looking at is all of these vitamins and minerals, because all of these vitamins and minerals is what makes all of those carbs work, makes the protein work, makes everything else happen. Your muscle regrowth. That's not the right word, but well, where I think I'm going with that. And so you can really track, whether or not you have a complete meal or not. So, hey, I never really looked at beets on here before. Pretty nutritious. I didn't realize beets had that much protein either. So anyway, kind of if you go back to one of my meal plans, The other thing that I like is it tells you the percentage of protein, fat versus carbs. So this is 15, 33, and 53. That golden rule for meals for through hiking sort of purposes is that 50% carbs and 35% fats and 15% protein. And so again, you can kind of tweak things. And what you can do is you can come down to carbs, put your cursor over it, and you can see exactly where you're getting your carbs from. So if you want to increase something, or just get rid of something and substitute it with something else. So that's kind of neat that I liked. And again, you can see that with a 4,000 calorie diet, everything is being met, which is not true. Like you'd think to yourself, if you just eat enough calories, you'll hit all your nutrients. You don't. This had to take some fiddling around to do. So you can see that that is all met there. Let me show you one that is, so this is just for a chia pudding. And you can see that everything in green is something that gives you the daily allowance. Anything that is in that yellow is not. And again, you can see, it's kind of neat. So you can see with the chia pudding, not a lot of vitamins, A, C, and D that are in it. But there are a lot of minerals. So this is what I recommend for tracking your nutrition. I think it, again, like, why not? Really and truly, why not? Why not feel the best you can on the trail? And I know I was listening to a video on YouTube a couple days ago from a well-respected like YouTube hiker, somebody that if you spend enough time on YouTube, you'd know the videos. And he literally made a comment like, doesn't worry about nutrition because you're only out on the trail for 5 or 6 months at a time anyway. I don't think that's the right approach. I think you do have to worry about nutrition because it's more than just empty calories. It's all of this stuff down here that helps make everything work together. It's all of this stuff right here. For those people that are having powdered electrolyte things and that are cramping up and getting all tired, you got to look down here, man, because this is where your electrolytes are. I mean, you can eat your electrolytes in your regular meals. You don't have to take fancy chemical, packets of stuff and dump it in your water. And the same thing with all these things. You can eat well without taking vitamins and all sorts of other things. So, highly recommend it. It absolutely, I was already kind of tweaking what I ate, but it really forced me to think twice and 3 times about what I eat on the trail. And if you're just like a gearhead, a numbers person, you just like, planning and looking at stuff, this is just a lot of fun. This was not I don't find this to be a pain in the neck. I find this to be really a little bit of an adventure before I even go hiking. And it's just, one of those things that just keeps me interested in hiking during the off season or when I'm not, is fooling around with different meals and testing out different ingredients. And, when I see that I'm missing something like potassium, going online and seeing, all right, what are those things that I could bring that would give some extra potassium into my meals? So highly recommend it. Change the way that I ate. That's for sure. It also made my diet more varied. I relied on a lot more different types of food on the trail. And I think I will stop babbling here. So give it a shot. Let me know how it works. All right. Thanks.